What up? It's your boy T-Bone Reaction. Today is Music and Movie Mondays. A little slight makeup for Films Fridays since I didn't get a chance to do it. Though, we're going to get to a video from Discogs. I didn't know they had videos like these as well too. If you're not familiar with Discogs is a website that you can grab old records and vinyls from as well too, from classic hip hop to R&B and everything in general though as well too though. So this is like in a way related to Digging Crazy. This is follow one of the iconic hip hop producers of all time, Large Professors, and how he digs for records though. So without further ado, let's check this out.
What's up, everybody? Record Store Day 2026. We're here at Recollect Records in Denver, Colorado, and I'm here with the legend, the architect, the Large Professor. You're definitely one of the most experienced diggers that I've ever been out killing crates with. Tell me how you got your start digging. Who put you up on record digging, man?
I had my father, my mother, and my older sister. We had a small record collection in the house, and as children, we playing with everything, and so get over to the records, and you think they're toys too. All three of them had different genres that they listened to. Like my father was heavy jazz and funk. My mother was more woman soul, like Patti LaBelle,
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah,
right.
And my sister was disco and funk, like the stuff that was coming out in the 70s. So just getting their taste, and then I'm determining for myself what I like out of all of that. My father worked in the same building as the Commodore's manager. He would get all of the Commodore's merch and records and everything. Like you hear the Cold Crush, they're using a record by the Commodore's name, Assembly Line. Right. Huh.
Yeah.
Right, so you hear that in the park, and then like I would go home, and as I'm searching through the records, I don't know which is which.
Right.
But then I'm discovering and finding, I'm like, yo, that's that record they played in the park. Like,
that is cool to find. That is like always crazy to find that you always hear a song like so many times, you never knew the record and the name of the song as well too. I've done that myself as well too, till sites like Discogs, Who Sample, and many others like putting it out for you as well too. Like, oh, that song, wow. Anyway.
Oh, that's the Commodores?
The Cold Crush was rhyming on that shit. Kaz was killing it.
Right.
Right.
I'm like, yo, this whole time, like.
You always big up Grandmaster Vic a lot. I always hear you bigging him up, man.
Yeah.
Were you learning about a lot of records from those tapes from him?
Well, with Grandmaster Vic, I really learned because as we were mixing, people were going record to record, but Grandmaster Vic had this talent where he could play two records and they'll be both on key. In key with one another.
Perfectly mixing.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like magic almost. It's like, whoa, these sound like they made to go together. I'm in tune with this record and I feel that tune, like I can pick up another record that is in key with that. And then it just works like magic. Like that's what I got from Grandmaster Vic.
So how long was the transition from you digging to when you, or learning about records to when you actually started making beats?
Yeah, I was a teenager when I started making beats with the combination of going outside, hearing records, going home, hearing records, television, radio was big also, like BLS, WBLS. Was big. Once hip hop started taking off, and then I realized that people were taking snippets of records and like snares and kicks and
pieces,
like
little bits and pieces, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, okay. And so, with breakdancing and everything that was happening in hip hop, I kind of had a knack for putting it all together beat-wise and
early.
Yeah, early for sure, for sure. Like,
what was the record that really showed you what digging was about? Or what was the moment that showed you what digging was about?
James Brown. Get
of course.
Up, get involved.
Of course, it's always gonna be a James Brown. It's always James Brown, man. The unofficial godfather of hip hop right there.
Get into it, get involved. I was breakdancing to that record so much. Like that was one of the records that would drive me crazy, like on the breakdancing tip. Before I even thought about DJing or anything, that I already loved. I already loved that record. So then when I started getting into the titles and actually wanting to have these records and own them, like, that was one of the joints that was like, man, I love this record, and now it's taking a new purpose in my life. Like, you know, I'm not breakdancing anymore. Now I'm like, you know, the snare or like just DJing or whatever, cutting them up.
When you're going through bins and you're seeing records that you've never seen before, what are you looking for, or what are you hearing that the other people would not hear or wouldn't see?
In the beginning, I only really wanted to get like early 70s, early to mid 70s, but now it's...
Oh my God, that I wonder what that Fat Albert joint is. That look tough right there.
Expanding. I could be in a record shop and I'm like, feels like there's a copy of Brethren in here. You know, like, I feel like
bigger sense is
yeah. Because right. you like going through the records. It varies though, you know, because like one day it could be instrumental records, one day it could be rock. It depends on the store. If the store is a heavy rock shop, like you like, all right, cool. You know, I might find a Billy Squier, Taylor the Tape in here. Like I feel like I'm gonna find a Brethren in here, or something like that. Going out with a list of joints that you wanna find, and then you might find something else, or you might discover something else. You know, with just the right names on the back of the record. You know, you flip it around, Bernard Purdy on the drums or something, you like, all right, this might be something right here. You know, that kind of thing.
That's something to think about though. You look at the credits and then you want to check out that musician as well too. Then they found out they have a good collection and so on and so on. That's a good little tidbit right there.
Walk me through that record that you have right there. What is that?
Yeah, this record, man, Patrice Rushen, Pizzazz.
Oh man, he picked the gold mine right there. I think that's like the. Well, I don't know. Is that the first one? No, it's not the first one that got. She really showcased her vocals. If you know Patrice Rushen, she was started off as an instrumental artist as well too. She's a musician. She's not just a singer. She's a musician. She's I think pianos. I think. And she started off as a instrumental jazz artist as well too. She didn't really do vocals till like later. I'm not sure it was this album or the album before that she started showcasing her vocals on. But yeah, this was like the album that was like the breakout album for the album that had all our hits on there as well too. Though this was like the breakout album right here. They had like I think this one like Satisfy Myself for My Love, and the one with what's the guy, DJ whatever his name is, Pizzazz. Let me see, Patrice Rushen. Yeah, this one came in like 79. Yeah, this was the breakout album that like pushed her to the forefront as well too. Have You Heard was on that one. Yeah, Set For My Love, Have You Heard, and that's the DJ joint was on the DJ. What was it? What's the song she had with Patrice Rushen? DJ Rogers, that song right there, Giving It Up. That was on. No, that was on. Yeah, that was on the next album. Okay, that was on the next album. That was on the next album, Posh. That was like another breakout as well too. But before the album, the one I'm talking about is Straight From The Heart. That was like the one that had Forgive Me Not and Remind Me. But this one was like her breakout soul album that she did song in as well too. Because I think the album before that was Patrice was the first one. I think she did her vocal. It was that or Shout Out. One of them is one she did first to showcase her. This is the. Shout was I think it was because it was the last album on her label she was on, Prestige record, before she went to Elektra. That's where she started breaking out to actual singing and stuff like that. Let me see Personnel. Yeah, she did little lead vocals on that. But before that, she was all her albums was vocalist. Patrice, the Shout Out album was the first album she showcased a vocal, but Patrice was the first one on not only on Electric, but the first album she portrayed a whole full vocal range on there. But anyway, let's keep going.
This record I love, man.
But this was the breakout one.
Got one of her radio hits, Haven't You Heard?
Yep.
Patrice Rushen, even from the earlier jazz days, you know she's official. So whenever you see anything that she's on, you just gotta check it out. I've gone to parties where they said, don't play any R&B, or they say like, don't, and I could play that record and people are like, what's that record? I love that. Like, and that's one of the things with DJing is like, you as a DJ gotta say, nah, you need to hear this right here.
Right.
And people will love, like, this is one of those joints, man.
Do you use Discogs in the process of researching records that you're finding in the wild sometimes?
I use Discogs because I have my want list. It's good that they made those meta glasses, because before I used to like go hold the phone and do like this to like, you know, get all of the records that I wanted to get doubles of anything.
It's cool that this guy kept that website going and improved it too.
But now I've been able to catalog it on Discogs. So in the want list section, you know, is all of the records that I had on this, in my phone like this. It's a beautiful thing because then I can actually, you know, they have shop for this record now, and then you can see, and then, you know, you can't buy every record you want right there every day. So, you know, you try to budget, but at least you have that saved where it's like, all right, cool, the budget open back up. Even just to like find out if records exist. Like I've been using using Discogs for that.
Too, yeah.
And then you might find...
Yeah, because I think I found out some stuff that then I was on sus too, like, because I already heard it from, I have to unofficially read it on Wikipedia or about artists I followed and they finally had this stuff back in the day, or unintentionally hear from like a documentary or, you know, a story or something like that, or behind the music, whatever.
This is a single in Brazil. Right. They got a Brazilian
wasn't a United
pressing.
States one, but
it wasn't a U.S.
or
pressing.
the U.S. is all styrene, and then UK
and then,
got the vinyl
UK
pressing.
has the vinyl. Yeah. So I think I scuffed up some Sir Douglas 45s I had, and because they were styrene.
Oh yeah.
Straight to Discogs, caught 2 more, boom, you know, yeah. So yeah, it's a handy tool for dudes who know like what they doing and what they trying to get, for sure.
Can you tell me a record or two that you had early back in the days that maybe you got rid of back then, that now you kind of like, yo, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of that, or I wish I could find another copy of that? Is there any records like that?
Well, I just recently found another copy of Getting Down for Christmas by Millie and Silly. I was so thankful for that. The copy I had that we used for the Main Source album got eaten by a dog.
Ooh.
It was crazy.
That sucks.
We had a dog in the house and the damn dog chewed the record up. I came home, I was distraught. Like,
I know that's
I couldn't believe it.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yo, it's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
The dog ate my record.
That record could go for like,
dog
at least
ate-
like five,
Like, dog, your homework, the dog ate my record. God darn, that's
5,
crazy.
6, 700 now. No, and I caught it early, like for like $5 at Green Line, the record shop. Yeah, I need another copy of Chicka Boom. Like, we could go on for days, man.
It's crazy when you find like certain like classic record for damn near almost a penny.
We could go on for days with that, man. But it's never ending. It's good because it's a lifeline, man. It's like you kind of live like
You
want to
I be
live.
thinking them joints just cheap. No, they may be cheap, but it's worth the money.
To see the day that you get this record.
The chase keeps you alive.
Word up.
Right. So yo, Record Store Day 2026. I am Thick Crates. We're here in Denver, Colorado at Recollect Records with the large perspective.
Yeah, this was a good little video to watch as well too. It made me think about stuff as well too, and you know, with my own little knowledge of stuff, like the whole thing with Patrice Rushen does as well too. But yeah, other than that, I might do some other videos from this golf as well too. I like doing videos like this about like sampling or record grabbing and all that as well too. So yeah. But other than that, if you like my reaction to this, like, share, subscribe, and YouTube. I thought it was good to start out with somebody else noble, like Large Professor, do something like this instead of just doing a random video that I had like in happened came across as well too. But other than that, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.